Hey, sorry for the cut right there. I had someone interrupt me, so I had to cut it. Anyway, like I was saying, just suggest whatever you want me to do. More LP Pick of the Weeks, more added content, facts about albums, whatever you'd like me to do. I'm trying to edit my work and shift what I'm doing. So, again, thank you all much for watching the LP Pick of the Week, number 11, Abbey Road. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey yo shorties, this is Shorty Gaming, and welcome to another LP of the Week, and it's already been a year since I've made one. It's been a while. Things kind of, like I've said in my past couple videos, I have recently uploaded. Shit's kind of got weird for me for the past year or so, I'm kind of winging this video. I'm getting kind of back into the roll of it because I'm wanting to do more of these. I'm leaning towards stuff about my albums and stuff like that instead of video games. So, sorry to kind of veer away from the video in the beginning already, but I just, like I said, I might as well put that out there, let you know why it's been forever and all of that. So, give me a break. I'm a little rusty at this again. So, just let me go at this. I even got a script written and everything sitting right here in front of me. So, I'm going to try and do this, but hey guys, welcome to another LP Pick of the Week, and it would be number 11, and today I'm picking the Beatles Abbey Road. Now this is a little disc picture album I bought at one of our local stores. That's how I usually buy, is local. I got more Abbey Road albums, because, you know, of course you got your ones with the misprint and stuff like that. And another thing is basically I'm doing this also for their 50th anniversary, which the Abbey Road album turned 50 on September 26th this year. It was made on September 26th of 1969. It is their 12th U.S. album, and like their 17th U.S. album, and their 12th UK album, because America made a lot more of their music, and they chopped their music up a bit more to spread it out to make more albums. But that's for a different thing. This album was recorded from February 2nd of 69 to August 20th of 1969. I'm going to include each fact about a song for this album, since this is a 50th anniversary video, and since it's been a while since I've done one. So I'm going to add a bit more facts in this one and try and stretch it out a little bit longer. I'm going to start with the first song and work my way down. So the first song, Come Together, was actually based on a wreck John Lennon was in July 1st of 1969. It was mainly to talk about how people came together when he went through his wreck and him kind of recovering from it. And by the way, before I go any further, I'm getting most of these facts from, sadly, Wikipedia. I can't go on and type in like official biography shit, and it takes forever. And I'm using actually a local source, a book that was written by Joe Benson. I'm not copywriting or anything. This is the exact book. This is the man, so the credit goes to him. And in here lists like all of their albums, their singles, their hits, and facts about songs, and UK presses, US releases. This book is actually very informational, and I got it from one of my local record stores. I know a lot of them around here. They're a stone throw away from me in the Garland district, and a lot of them know me, and they give me small shit like that. It's really cool. So, song number 2, Something. That was one of Harrison's songs. Of course, if you're a big big Beatles fan as I am, you should know that's a Harrison song. And that actually was recorded during the White Album as kind of like a back overdub, and then was finished as the Abbey Road was coming into play. Number 3, Maxwell's Silver Hammer. That's a Paul song. That's Paul all the way. And John and George actually really didn't like recording it even till the end. They didn't really like it, but that's kind of how they worked. Is it was a, well, my song, your song, this song, that song. So I think that's why they didn't really like it. Paul, I couldn't really read much if he liked it or not, but they made it, so I'm going to assume he liked it enough to make it, and it's not a bad song, actually. That's one of my aunt's favorite songs, is Maxwell's Silver Hammer. And Oh Darling, which is number 4, was reworked again till Abbey Road, which is all I got from there. Now, some of these songs I don't have much facts on, so I'm going to kind of breeze over a few on Abbey Road, because this book and what I could read didn't really give me much information about a few songs, so that's why. And we're jumping over all the way to Here Comes the Sun, and Here Comes the Sun, in my opinion, is one of the best songs on that album, just by far. That is one of my favorite Harrison songs, is Here Comes the Sun. And Harrison actually wrote this and recorded some of it, actually, with Eric Clapton in his garden. And John and I think George, because it was Ringo's birthday that day, July 7th, he was turning 29, were not included. Not George, sorry, I'm getting this all mixed up. John, Paul, didn't really say much about Paul, but John and Ringo weren't there because of Ringo's birthday. So it was actually just George and Eric Clapton recording that song, and then later on George brought it back into the studio and finished it up. And now we're skipping down to, what's that song called? Like Mean Mr. Mustard. It's like a mix of 3 or 4. It goes like Mean Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam. Those were written in France, or somewhere in France. I think close to Paris. I'm not sure, but I was reading, and it was a really weird encounter John Lennon had in Paris. So I'm going to assume he came across a transvestite. So, Polythene Pam, she looks good, but she looks like a man, So I'm assuming he came across a transvestite. And in today's world, if he was alive, he'd be having a stroke, because gender is now a sensitive subject. It is unbelievable. And another song, Give Me Your Money, was actually written because of the sour business deals that was going on at Apple Studio at the time. So Paul and John kind of wanted to make fun of that. Because at that time, the Beatles were starting to fall apart in the company, and everything just was going sour. So they kind of, I guess they were, I don't know if they were poking the bear, but it's just how they wrote it. So it's just, they were making fun of the company, I guess. And that's most of the songs with the facts. Like I said, sorry, I'm kind of riffing here and going with what I read. If I was to rate this album, The Abbey Road, by far, it's an out of 10. It's about a 9 on my list. It's a really good album. It's not one of my favorites they did, but it still is good. It still is a good album. And with it being 50 years old and still being relevant to today, not till, but to today, it's amazing on how rock stars, and whatever you want to call them back then, wrote music, and it's still relevant to today. And these newer artists can't write music worth shit, in my opinion. Like, seriously. I'm into the old school stuff. I've tried to listen to new musicians, and I just can't do it. But that's my spiel on Abbey Road and its 50th anniversary. So, happy birthday, Abbey Road. Well, thank you all much for watching. Please subscribe, leave comments on other LP Pick of the Week ideas you want me to do, or extra content or whatever. And like I said, hopefully next one will be better.